Here it is, July 4th, Independence Day. I'm finally headed for Hammersley Inlet after being in the boatyard for 2 weeks. I got a brand new propeller. I'm actually able to motor at 6 knots now, which was, before it was unobtainable. My top speed was about 4.5 knots. This is really cool because that means I can go through the Panama Canal, which has a minimum of 5 knots. Disappeared. We're just motoring until the wind comes back. But I'm excited. I'm finally able to complete this adventure I initially started 2 months ago, and I kept having problems that prevented me from completing the trip. This is great. At last I'm able to finish it up. 1 month ago I came out of Hammersley Inlet right here, and I crossed this strait and I went back in there and I anchored for the night. A very long stormy night. Then I ended up going back to the marina because I had a scheduled haul out. Boat's in a lot better shape now, so I'm much more prepared to finish this trip up. That's the entrance to Hammersley Inlet, and it's quite shallow through here. Didn't really notice this before when I was checking out the route. Only a few feet. There's some spots in there that I could actually touch bottom. I have to really be careful. It's kind of a narrow channel that I gotta go up. It looks like it's gonna be pretty. It's only 8 feet deep back there. I draw 4.5 feet, so it's not a lot of comforting clearance. 14 feet here, so I'm fishing around for the channel. I'm gonna have to do this pretty slow, I think. Got an outgoing tide. Using my autopilot in standby mode to steer. There is quite the current going, and it's a very narrow slot that I gotta negotiate. I might have to fall back and drop the anchor and wait a couple of hours before I attempt this, because I'm like 2 hours ahead of time. It is ripping. So I found a place to anchor at until the current subsides. It's right off of Squaxin Island, which is an Indian reservation. It's the only piece of land in the entire Puget Sound that has been left alone in its natural state. It's really just beautiful. It's no trespassing, so you can't land on it, but you don't have to land on it. You can just anchor off of it. That's one of the beauties of cruising, is to get into these spots that you wouldn't normally otherwise get to view. There's a lot of current. It's low tide right now. It's 21 feet deep, which is perfect for my anchoring depth. There's plenty of swinging room between me and shore. I don't have a fear of running aground as long as the anchor holds. And if the anchor doesn't hold, it'll probably drag me down that way, and I have plenty of dragging room that way. When the tide switches, the current will switch. I'll drag that way. I got plenty of room. The only bad thing about it is there's a whole lot of fetch to the southwest, and the wind is supposed to blow from the southwest until about midnight, which will switch to the north, which is right up there, and there's not much fetch. My anchor is really holding well in spite of all the current. It's an unexpectedly beautiful spot. It's not according to plan, but I'm thinking about just staying here tonight. I've already started the cocktail hour. That's one consideration. Minette is really, she's barfed twice today because she's seasick. She's enjoying this spot. She She crawled out of the cabin. She has accepted this spot. I may just let out some more scope, so that would give me 4-to-1. That works in Puget Sound because the bottom is so sticky. I think I'm going to do that because I like this place. No one else is going to anchor here because you just wouldn't expect this to be a good anchoring spot. Right up there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a great big no trespassing sign. And that's why this beach is so pristine looking. This is the way the beaches looked in Puget Sound before they were developed. And I can hear birds tweeting. And I think I'm going to stay the night. So I almost forgot, this is Independence Day. I went through a lot of effort to string up flag halyards, including off my stern to show my insignia of my home country. I thought it only appropriate to fly the American flag during Independence Day. I'm a direct descendant of Andrew Pickens. You watch the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson, he's portraying my great-great-great-great-grandfather. I should fly the Stars and Stripes. There's a really good anchorage right there, back here in Hammersley Inlet, not very far. Well, here it is the next day, and I'm getting ready to leave, and it started to rain. And it's cloudy and kind of cold, and the wind is coming from the exact wrong direction. And I've got a long ways to go today.